This is the realm of your glory. This is the realm of your grace. I can feel your mighty power.
God is good all the time. Can you just greet your neighbor? Say, hey, how are you doing? Tell him what's wrong with you. When we pray, you don't pray. When we dance, you don't dance. When we cry, you don't cry. Tell me what's wrong with you. Are you lost? You came here by mistake or... Hallelujah. So ask yourself, why you don't dance, why you don't shout, why you don't cry when you do all these things. You remind myself many years ago, I'm going to tell you the story. I hope you are not at the same point that where I was many years ago. When I used to go to church, when people are crying, we are worshiping, I open my arms. Because I was someone. Hallelujah. So, last time we spoke about the way, okay? Who was there? Okay, someone who were not there, so but we're going to go back there. And then, because the theme of the day is the door, okay? We spoke about the way, we want to speak about the door, okay? We speak about the door. So, tell your neighbor, the theme is the door. The door. Door, D-O-O-R. The door. So if you have a Bible, I'd like you to open it in the book of Matthew 7, 13 to 14. It's the verse that we read last time, so I would like somebody to help me. I'm going to read only the verse of the day. So Matthew 7, for 13 to 14. And then we're going to read Luke 13 from verse 23 to 24. And then somebody will also read John 10, 7 to 9. And I'm going to finish with Matthew 19 from 16 to 25. So, Matthew 7, somebody find it? Can you read it for us? Stand where you are and read it for us. Matthew 7, can you stand? Stand. 7 from 13. I see you can stand. You actually can stand and read it. Okay, thank you.
Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and close is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it.
Continue to the next one.
But small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it.
Only a few find the small door and the narrow path. Only few. I'm just repeating it. Okay, as a church, we are not going after the numbers. Only few find the door. Okay. Luke 13 from verse 23. You find, you read. I say you find? Or you can just read it. You didn't find it, but you can just stand and read it for us. Okay, Lasha, you can stand. You can read there. If you didn't find it, it's there.
Lord, someone asked him, I am there, you begin to say,
Now, being.
be saved, and say to them,
Yeah, 24.
make every effort to enter through the narrow door. Because I tell you, many will try to enter and won't be able.
It's not the good news, okay? They see already the door is small, okay? And only few find it. And there are some, they're going to find the door. I don't know. You the door is so small, people will be looking at it, they won't find it. It's like, the way people, is that human beings, they are striving to enter in heaven, to be in a relationship with God. If you look like videos of India, there's so many religions there. You go in Asia, people are busy praying. You come in Africa, people speak to ancestors and all those stuff. Everywhere, human beings are busy trying to be in a relationship with God. But the Bible says, many will look for the door, but they won't find it. And then they add another thing. Those are some, few who are going to find it. Among the one who find the door, only few will enter. So to find the door is not enough to be able to enter. And he said you have to strive to make all your effort to enter. When the door is presented to you, you have to do something. So even among the few who find it, only few will enter. It's not the good news, but it's the reality and the truth. Okay, let's go in John 10, 7 to 9. We want to check what is the door, and then we'll begin. John 10. So Jesus said again, I am the door of the sheep. Can I also 9? I am the door. If anyone enter by me, he will be saved. And let me stop there. Okay? We have many doors which leads somewhere. There is a small door. That small door is called Jesus. But among those who find the door, only few will be able to enter, because there is a price to pay to enter to that door. Hallelujah. So I said today I'm going to be focused on the door that we know, and we speak about how to enter. So let me tell you the story of somebody who tried to enter. We are in the book of Matthew 19 from verse 16. 19, 16, do you have it? Matthew 19 from 16. Just then, someone came, amen, it's actually a man, came up and asked him, Teacher, what goods must I do to inherit eternal life? Let's pause there. So it's in every door leads to something, okay? We say that the doors which are very huge and big, they lead to hell. The door, the small one, leads to eternal life. That's why that man, he arrived to the door because he met Jesus Christ. So it's for him to have eternal life was easy because the door was there. But when he came to the door, he knocked. He said, door, I want to come in. What shall I do to enter? Because I know when I enter to this door, I have eternal life. Hallelujah. It means when you choose the door, which is Jesus, there is eternal life. You're going to spend eternity with God. But he said, I want to enter. What shall I do? And if you read other version, he says, what good deed do I have to do to enter? And what Jesus said to him, why do you ask me about what is good? He said to him, there is only one who is good if you want to enter into life. Because if you didn't enter to that door, you are dead. Door, you are walking. Which one? You went too fast. 17. Keep the commandments. Jesus presented the law. Let's read now the commandments. Which one? He asked him. Jesus answered, do not murder, do not commit adultery, do not steal, do not bear false witness. He's giving the 10 commandments. Continue. honor your father and your mother, and love your neighbor as yourself. I have kept all this. The young man told him, what do I still lack? Wow. This man obeyed the 10 commandments, but he was still outside. It's because you cannot enter to that door because you are a good person. Because maybe you give money to the church. Maybe you sing at the church. Maybe you do things. You cannot enter to that gate by doing things. Hallelujah. You can even burn your body just for other people. You die as an hero, but you find yourself in hell. It's not enough to do good things to enter. Some of us, you say, I'm not like other people. They live in sin. They behave as they want. It's not enough to enter. You are still outside. You are close, but you are outside. You need to enter. So Jesus told him, if you want to be perfect, Jesus said to him, go, sell your belonging and give it to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven. Then come, follow me. Oh, I'm doing good. Now you ask me to give everything I work for. My life, my sweat, to give it away just to enter. Wow. What the guy said. When the young man heard that command, he went away, grieving, because he had many possessions. Some of us, when Jesus called you, didn't have a lot to give away there. That's why it became so easy. My house in Palms Bay, in Constancia, my cars, my business, to become like everybody. You know, everybody works to have money so that you don't live like everybody, you don't struggle like everybody. Money gives you security, isn't it? You can sleep and you know that if there is a problem, money will solve it. My security. To give it away, to become like those people that I used to help, just to follow you. Then Jesus said to his disciple, I assure you, it will be hard for a rich person to enter the kingdom of heaven. And then, again I tell you, it is easier to a camel to go through the eyes or the needle of the needle than for a rich person to enter the kingdom of God. When the disciples heard this, they were utterly astonished and asked, then who can we save? But Jesus looked at them and said, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible.
Amen.
Hallelujah. You know, when you spend many years as a Christian, you get to a point where you forget why you're a Christian. Especially with all the preaching that we hear, we get new reason to follow Jesus. It's like when you are in a marriage, you start to have troubles. What people, as they want to help you, they're going to tell you to go back when you start, when anything begins. Why in the first step you start? You know, my husband doesn't give me money. My husband is driving the car, doesn't give me that car. Man, he gives me the car, which is not nice. Okay, in the first place, why did you start to be together? Was it for the car, for the house, or it was just for the person? It's the same also in our faith. You know, now people say, I'm going to stop to pray. Why? Because, you know, I was in the need of a money God didn't give me. I didn't have enough money to pay my rent. I didn't have enough money to buy my clothes. I didn't have this. I was waiting for the marriage. When I was 20, now I'm 30. I don't have a husband. I was waiting for this. I was waiting for this. I was waiting for this. Now I start being a Christian. Why did you start to follow Jesus in the first place? Because there you find the true motivation of why you are a Christian. Sometimes we forget why we are Christian. Is it, who was saved to become rich here? Lift up your hand. I want to see. Who said, Jesus, I'm going to enter this door because I need money. I need money. I'm coming to you because I need money. If it's for that, when money will be lacking, you're going to renounce your faith. If you came to Jesus first because you want to be in good health, the time of disease, you're going to renounce your faith because you feel like your God forsake you. You know, in the church, we need to start again to ask people to give their testimony. How they got saved. Now we give testimony of how we get this. How did you get saved? I'm going to give you my testimony. Okay? Why I got saved. I used to give that testimony even to my wife so that when I forget, she may take me back. Why did I got saved? I remember I got saved, I was 17 years old. So now I'm going somewhere. I grew up in a Christian family. Okay? So by the grace of God, I was told about the door. I was told that the door was Jesus Christ. That's the grace that you have to grow up in a Christian family because you are told about the door. There are people who grew up as Muslims. They didn't know. They don't even know till now that Jesus is the door. They are looking for God, but they didn't have the opportunity to meet the small door. But some of us, we grew up in a Christian family where the door was always there. Because the door is presenting to you when somebody preach to you and speak to you that Jesus is the door. Then the door is there, but it's not enough to enter. You can die, go in hell while the door of heaven is always close to you. You know, among the worst, sometimes some of the worst sinners, we have people who grew up in a Christian family. The door was there, but they never decide to enter. The responsibility of your parents is to show you the door. They cannot force you to enter inside. The responsibility of your brother is to show, volume please, volume, is to show you the door, but not to force you to enter. So I grew up in a Christian family. The door was there because I knew that Jesus is the door. Hallelujah. Jesus is the only mediator between us and God. Hallelujah. When Jesus died at the cross, he was there to help me to make peace with God. I knew that because I grew up in a Christian family. I was among the few people who made the door. I was, privileged to have the door before me, but it wasn't enough for me to be saved. I was calling myself Christian, but I wasn't a Christian. You are not a Christian because your family is Christian. It's personal. So I said, I'm not a Christian. People call me Christian. I'm not a Christian. It's just a religion. I stopped going to church. Why am I going to go to church and I don't have any relationship with that God? I stopped. You have to assume your position. Some more people, they are shy. They are ashamed of being pagan. So if you are ashamed of being a pagan, just get born again. If you are ashamed of the way you are, who's here is a pagan, you are not saved, you're going to be ashamed. So if you are really a pagan, assume that you are a pagan. So if you are ashamed, so get saved. So me, I said, I'm not a Christian. So I stopped going to church. Church is for Christians. People go to worship God. I'm not a worshiper. I stopped to go to church. People used to preach to me. Say there is hell, there is heaven. Because I had people preaching to me, I used to say, if I'm going to go in hell, I want to deserve to go there. I don't want to go there by mistake. So I was in church waiting for heaven, and God said, I never knew you go in hell. I said, I want me, when I'm going to die, when I arrive before God, I ask him, where is hell? He showed me hell, and I go there. Why? Because I live in such a way that I'm going to go in hell. You will never go in heaven by chance. The way you live here will determine where you're going to spend your eternity. Yeah. Okay? I don't want to come to church just to calm my conscience. Why I'm living far from God and expecting by chance, like winning the lottery, that I'm going to go in heaven. No. I said, me, I want to choose. Because I'm not convinced about heaven, let me just live as somebody going to go in hell. So that when I come before God, I go in hell. I was like that. That's my story. So I stopped going to church. And And by chance, if I had the opportunity to go to church, when people are worshiping God, I'm not a worshiper. Some of you, you are just special. You say somebody is not saved, but when we worship, you worship. How can you worship somebody that you don't know? He doesn't even know you. Oh God, you are my God. You say, oh, I'm surprised. Huh? I didn't know that was your God. Since when? So me, I was assuming my position as non-believer. So when people worship their God, I open my eyes. I stay this way. I'm not the worshiper. Why am I going to worship God? Imagine you go in the mosque. They start to do Al-Akbar, Al-Akbar. Are you going to do it? No. See, I'm not doing this. I'm not Muslim, isn't it? I won't do it. I won't just do it to please somebody, isn't it? So how you come in the church, people are worshiping Jesus, and you say, oh Jesus, my Lord, my great God. You sing song. You say, hey, I'm surprised, I don't know you. So I assume my position. How was that peace? How was that peace? Because nobody can enter by his own effort. God has to draw you near to him. It's not because I preach to you that you're going to be changed. The Holy Spirit has to convince you. The Father has to, that's why he said, nobody can do it by his own. The fact that you are saved is by grace. It's been what the Word of God was released into your life. The Holy Spirit convinces you, and the Father attracts you, and you say yes. So I had the Word of God in my mind. People preach to me. My big brother was saved. They preached to me, but I had no conviction inside of me that when that Jesus died on the cross, he died for me. I didn't understand. 32 years old man, how could you believe that a man dying on the cross died for me? You need a miracle to understand that. So that miracle didn't happen to me. I didn't have the conviction. I say I cannot follow somebody and I don't have a conviction. But inside of me is a human being, a question. We call them the big question of life. You know the big question of life? Who we are. Where we come from. I don't know if you ever ask, those questions yourself. Say, so where I come from? Because they say when God created man, he put inside of us the thought of eternity. We feel like our life cannot just stop here. When you speak about eternity, it's eternity past and future. See, our life is not just when I was born, when I came out from my mother womb. There is something bigger than this. I had those questions. Where I come from? Where I'm going? When I die, where I'm going to go? What will happen to me? If I die now, what will happen to me? What am I doing on earth? Did I come on earth just to eat? To be married? To have kids? Like even animals, they do that. Even it, isn't it? Dogs, they eat. Dogs, they have their own wife. They make kids. So am I an animal? It's been the life of a human being stopped just there. So it's like people, in the morning you wake up, you go to work, you spend 8 hours just to eat, like an animal. You wake up in the morning just to have a place to sleep, like a dog. You wake up, you go, I need to have somebody close to me. Yeah, it's the part of the animal. It's not, God made you in his image. Something inside of me was telling me, life is not just this. Because I felt like they were a vanity. I don't know if you ever felt it. God cursed this world. Everything we got from this world cannot fill our heart. God cursed it. You dream about maybe to have a baccalaureate. Metric. You dream about the metric. You feel like, the day I'm going to have my metric, life is... When you get it, it's nothing. Say, hey, it's not enough. You dream, when I'm going to have my bachelor, you got it. You look for a job, the job is looking for you. When I'm going to have my honors, you got it. Nothing changed. When I'm going to have maybe the master, we follow like winds, the dreams. You feel like the next step will be the best one. You can't lie to yourself until you get old. You will never reach what you are looking for. Because in reality, you are looking for God. I'm going to be happy when I leave the house of my parents. Why? If you go out, you are not just happy. I'm going to be happy when I have a husband. You get a husband, you are not just happy. I'm going to be happy when I have kids. The
they bring trouble also. Joy and trouble. They get trouble and joy. I'm telling you. I'm going to be happy when my kids will be married. And you are just saying, I'm going to be happy when my kids have their own child. It's not as I'm going to be happy when we become rich. Money come. We are not just happy because the happiness of a man is coming with when you have a relationship with your Creator. It's like you are thirsty, but you eat bread. You cannot, quench your thirst. It's the cry of your spirit. It's crying after a relationship with God. No matter what you put inside, you will never be satisfied. You will never. So I went to a church. I'm telling you, I went there because I heard that Christians, especially boys, they were not serious, just loving girls when they come to pray God. So my cousin went to church to pray. I said, let me go to look after you. Because those brothers there, they're not serious. So I was there to watch over my cousin. I was there, so I was watching. When we were worshiping, that was my day. The 4th of April. No, it's the 1st. What's on that day? The 1st of April, 1994. I went to a church to look after my cousin. When they were worshiping, what I was doing, remember I said? Opening my arms, looking around. And then the Lord, my eyes were open. The Lord opened my eyes of insight. The Lord asked me, louison, look your life, where you come from and where you are going. I saw my life like this. When the Bible says that when we're going to meet God, He's going to show us the movie of our life. It's real. You will see everything. I suggest my life. The reason why I'm going. I knew that what I was doing will take me to hell because I had all the teaching. So I knew that. And He said, louison, what is the meaning of your life? I said, God, my life doesn't have a meaning. I thank God because I was born Bantu, not Western. Because Western people, when they feel like their life is meaningless, they kill themselves. But Bantu, even though the life doesn't have a meaning, he won't kill himself. That's a good thing. As long as there is hope, there is life, there is hope. So, I look to my life and I see, there is no meaning. No meaning. And then God laid my eyes toward 2 people. Everything we do in church, let's do it for God. You never know how somebody will be saved. The one was Iso Mayele, was 17 years old like me. The lady was Gaju Isao. So what touched me? Serve God with everything you are. Your beauty is for the Lord. What touched me about that boy, we were living in the same place. His dad was working at the bank. We come from a country where certain people were working in the bank. They had bank also at home. So they used to have a cupboard where money was there. So if you need money in the house of your dad, you open a cupboard and you take it. They're the cupboard of money. He was 17 years, but because his dad had money, he was driving cars already. Me during those times, it was the toughest period of our time. When the devil just visited the house. Nothing. So God speak to us. God showed me, say, look at you. Nothing. Your dad actually nothing. Him is more than you. If you want to sin, you sin more than you because he has the mean for the sin. Some of us, you don't sin because you don't have the mean for certain sins. He said he can sin more than you, but he chose to worship God. He was on his knee, a young, handsome boy. God uses beauty also to speak to me. Handsome boy with the mean, but he chose. He said, he understands something that you don't understand. And I saw that lady, she was beautiful. Among the things that touched me, the beauty. I wasn't saying only beauty. I look at her, she was beautiful. Beautiful girl. But that beautiful girl was on her knee, crying to God. I said, what is beautiful? beautiful girl, she's looking here. What does she understand? And I said, God, I want to have a life which has a meaning for you. So me, when I got saved, it wasn't because I was looking for money, though we were going through tough situation. But I came to Jesus because all your needs, all your wants, take them, present them to God. God, choose what comes from you. Because God will only give you what He wants for you. God will only answer the prayer that you make according to His will, not according to your needs. I need money. No. Say, God, I have this request. It's 100. Which one is yours? This one. You pray according to that, God will answer you. Even Paul, he prayed for something, God refused to answer it. Even Moses, he prayed for something, God says, stop asking me. Even Saul, Samuel, he prayed for Saul, God says, stop it. Even Jesus, he prayed. Jesus prayed to God. God didn't answer. He said, God, is it possible for you to take away from me this cup? I said, careful that. And then Jesus came on the line and said, not my will, your will. That's the secret. So Jesus will say, Father, you answer me every time. Why? He was always praying according to the will of God. The problem in the church today, we use God like a genius. We put in the bottle, God, I want this. That's why we have the impression that our God doesn't do much. Why? We don't know how to pray. We pray our wants, not what God wants for us. There are things which are yours, but it's not the time yet. You ask them before time, you won't have them. If we ask here, who want a Ferrari? You know Ferrari? Who want a Ferrari? I see spiritual people here. Ferrari. No, the women I see like Range Rover. It's nice, huh? The last one. Nice one, huh? Some of us here will live all your life, we'll never have it. You just say it. And it's not just God doesn't love you, it's not just yours. God didn't create you for that, He created you for something else. Hallelujah. Imagine, Ferrari. I'm asking God, give me a Ferrari. Now. He's going to ask for what for? What's the answer I'm going to give you to him? God, I want a Ferrari. What for? I want a Ferrari. What for? What you going to do with it? You know I don't have answer. Because normally you are supposed to support your case. Ferrari. And then God gave me a Ferrari. I started to drive a Ferrari. You know the Ferrari, there are some Ferrari, I know somebody's Ferrari cost 6 million. 6 million. So, and me, I'm your pastor, I'm driving a Ferrari, 6 million. Our pastor is a Ferrari. But when I come to you, I say, brother and sister, can you help us to buy a building of 12 million? So, pastor, you are out of the door. You are out of the door. You change your way. Because it doesn't make sense. Because if God give me, the priority of God is His work. How can I start to drive a Ferrari while the church of God needs 12 million? Hallelujah. Amen. See, if God gives me, say, God, you answer my prayer for the church, I will sell it and give it to the church so that you can buy the building. Because that's a priority. So you say, hey, me, I won't do that. It's you. Hallelujah. So we need to learn to take even our prayer to the cross. And I'm praying that prayer that you want. When Jesus met the blind man, they asked him, what do you want me to do? He asked only one thing. We had the night of prayer yesterday. I was asking people what they want. People, it was 9 things. Hey, you don't know what you have to ask, yeah? You know what you need now. Because the maturity in asking, you see it that the thing that you ask become few. The immaturity in asking, you ask many things. If I ask my kid what she wants, I'm telling you, we won't finish the list because she's immature. Give me money, give me this. Somebody who's mature, he say, God, give me a job. But the need is money. Why? I say, if you give me money now, I'm going to finish. If you give me a good job, I have money every time. You are mature. The church is not mature when they ask. Hallelujah. We don't take our requests on the cross. When you enter to the door, your identity changes. But because you are saved, you are somebody from outside, you become a child of God. I don't understand. God adopts you. You are a child of the Most High. I don't know if you understand it. When you enter to the door, can you imagine Donald Trump adopts you? What that will mean for you? You see the house of Donald Trump. I don't speak about the White House, the house of Donald Trump. If Donald Trump adopts you, what it means? You are a child of the, not just the person, not that man, billionaires. It means as a child of the president, you enter in the most powerful house in the world. You enter without knocking because your dad lived there. Your identity changed. The house, the plane, among the plane, the most safest plane in the world, Air Force One. You enter inside, you play inside. What? Your daddy is the president. Hallelujah. Your life changed. What? Your identity changed. That's what happened to us. When we are saved, what we lose, it's nothing in comparison of what we get. Hallelujah. You know, when we travel, we have like my passport. My passport. Where I come from, my passport. When you travel with it, there are places, when they ask you your nationality, the problem starts. Because they don't treat you as they respect your country. You're fine until they ask you your nationality. And you are humiliated because they treat you according to your country. And now suddenly they say we're going to give you a USA citizenship. That solves many problems, isn't it? That's what's happened. When you give your life to Christ, you become a citizen of the kingdom of God. Amen. You have the right. There are rights that you have. What you lose, it's nothing. I don't understand the Christians who are holding on the things that they are left behind because they don't understand the wealth and the riches that they have in Christ. When you're a child of God, it means you have the life of God in you. You have eternal life in you. You are a heir. What belongs to Christ, you have access to it. How can you regret your house and your cars? Everything that God speaks in His word, you have access to it. You know, sometimes people are scared to go to the cross because they say, oh, my life will be difficult. They say, I'm a Christian. I gave my life to Jesus. You know? No. I know the plan that I have for you. It's a future with hope. He said, the life that you enter in is better than the life you left behind. Because you are a citizen of the kingdom of God. I'm not here to present you a life of poverty, a life of failure. I present you a life of God in everything you are, everything you do. What you lose is nothing. It's nothing. I'm a citizen of the. You know, people are fighting here to have a citizenship of South Africa. The day I'm going to have residence, and then I have green card. It's green, I don't know. You have it. You don't understand that people will sleep in the street, they have it. It doesn't change your life. I said the devil give us lie. He said when I'm going to have this, my life will be better. There are people who are better without having that. I'm telling you, there are people who are better without having that. So it doesn't depend on that small paper. As we are a citizen of the kingdom of God, no matter the paper that we have on this world, we manifest the kingdom on which we belong. The kingdom of God can be manifest everywhere I go. I have advantage. Everywhere I go, I'm a citizen. You know, there are some countries when you have certain passport, you come, they give you the visa at the airports because of your nationality. As I'm telling you, if you understand who you are, when God's open, nobody can close. I'm telling you. You say that do the formality to go there, they're going to give you what? Because God said yes in the city. I was praying and the Lord said, I'm going to send you there. Nobody will say no. The body of the church doesn't understand the identity. You don't understand. It's like, you know, when somebody go to the door, you are born again. The image that we take is the caterpillar. The caterpillar is the worm. Working like worm, eating food of the worm. One day, something happened. It became a butterfly. Can you see butterfly crawling like a worm? No. If you ask the butterfly, go back there and say, "Sure, never." That's who you are. You are a human being like everybody else. But when you went to the cross, God gives you the divine nature. You're able to fly. I don't know if you understand. Your life was low, crawling, but now give you access to another kind of life. That's what Paul said. I pray that God may open your eyes so that you may understand the riches. Christians don't understand who they are. That's why when you look at people living in sin, you want to be like them. You don't understand. They are eating grass. You want to be like them. You don't understand. You have access to a new life because you went through the door. You have access to another life. That's why Paul said, the things that I used to see as a gain, as a benefit, I see it like clay. Why? Because of the excellence of the knowledge of Christ. The more you know the door, the more you know the benefits of the door. You won't envy people who are in this world. You will never envy it. You go to the door. How can you live like people who are not saved? We are changed. I don't know what is happening actually in this world. 20 years ago when somebody went to the door, everybody will notice it. I remember when my brother got saved, we saw it. I remember when my sister got saved, we saw it. But nobody noticed that you are saved. The only thing that they see, you are coming to church now. But in the daily life, there is no change. Did you go to the door or you just coming in the church? It's changing. People will notice that something happened. When Paul, who used to kill Christians, went to the door, it changed. He was willing to die for Christ. Which door did you use? Maybe you use the door of the church, but not the door which is called Jesus Christ. Maybe you put only your feet on the cross, but Jesus is asking you to put all your body, to die to yourself. Say, here I am. Do whatever you want with my life. That's why the way of living when you follow Christ is to carry the cross. Because every time, at any time, He can ask you to give what you have on the cross. I remember, as I say, I'm going to give you a testimony. When I was fiancé to Christine, Maman Christine. I don't call her Maman Christine, so. I was fiancé. She doesn't know, but it was between me and God. I say, I didn't want to be married. I gave everything to God. God said, get married. And I'm enjoying it. So, I started to enjoy having somebody and planning to get married. God came to me. He took me to Moricha. You know Moricha? Where Abraham sacrificed Isaac. He said, take your cross with you. Bring it to Moricha. I went to Moricha. He said, give me your wife, your fiancée. I said, oh, my fiancée? Yes. Are you willing to stop this relationship for me? I said, oh. The first time that, at first I didn't want it. Now you lead me there and I'm enjoying it. Now I want to take it back. He said, I don't want to see in your life that there is something that you can hold on to. You have to be willing every time I ask something, you don't say no to me. And I was praying. I get to the point in my spirit and in my heart, I gave her away. I said, God, if you want me to stop this, she is yours. I started to cry because I was feeling in my heart that I was losing her, and I gave her to Christ. I said, if you don't want me to continue with her, I will stop. And then, by the grace of God, it was Mauritia. God gave me back Isaac. I see that you love me, you fear me, because you don't withdraw anything from me. When God asks you a seed, it's not because He wants to destroy you. He wants you to release the power of resurrection. And how you release it is when you accept to put on the cross what God is asking you. If God asks you a city, it means God wants to give you a forest. But the problem of the church, even when we are walking with God, we hold on to things. I remember when I was working, because my wife was working, she had a job, I had also a job. And God came to me. You know, I told you, I gave all my life to God before to be fiancé. I wanted to serve only God. And then I got fiancé, I had to work because I needed money to provide. So I had a job. God started to open doors in my job. And my wife also, God started to open doors. You know, when things start to be fine. And then God came again, he said, Morija. I said, oh, Morija. Go there. So what do you want this time? Stop everything. Go to serve me now. You know what you wanted to do before? Now it's time. Now I have a wife. Now I have a kid. I had already one kid. And now I had a better job. No, that time when I gave my life to, when I gave him everything, I didn't have a job. Now I have a job. I can plan my future. You want me to go back? And then I took my job. I pride, I put it on the cross. What the rich man didn't want to do, there are people who did it. And then we start our life at zero because he asked it. We went on the cross. Christianity is about not holding anything when God asks you it. If you want a life of God, you have to be willing to take to the cross whatever he asks. If you hold on to it, you have to have a normal life in that area. I stop just there because I can continue how many times the cross, as we have a cross, our cross is in the house. Often God asks us to put things on it. It can be money, it can be some sacrifice that you do, but God will always take you to the point where your lifestyle is a life of somebody who went to the cross. God wants to be sure that the shape of your life can fit the cross. Every time he asks it. God, my children, I want money. I don't want. When God takes, it's because he wants to give you back something better. It's better not because it's bigger. It's better because it's in his will. A true Christian will feel comfortable when he is at the center of the will of God. The cost, I will say yes. Today, I came just to help us to feel. Because when I see the way people are living, you ask yourself, is the cross still has a meaning? Which door did you use to become a Christian? You are a Christian, but you want to do what you want. It's not Christianity. When you are a Christian, you do what Jesus wants for you. In every area, you don't say no to him because you are dead. He's the one who lived through you. That's Christianity. You are dead. You are dead when you enter to the cross. It's not normal that a dead person start to choose. Start to do what he wants. You have to fulfill his will. You say, God, I surrender myself to your will no matter what. I trust you. I trust you. I trust you. You take things on the cross that God asks. As long as you don't do that, you're going to block your life in that area. It hurts, but we have to do it. Can you bow our heads?
This is my desire.